Test. Test. Am I still front flipping? Am I still here? That was embarrassing. I literally tried to make him do a weird front flip and it kicked me off. I actually tried to make him do a weird front flip and it kicked me off. Okay, hold on. I know exactly what to do here. If it doesn't kill me. You only hear voices? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I think actually new idea. For the final scene, just you, but the background pitch black. Pitch black, right? Pitch black background for the post-credit scene, and it's all you. It's all you and your monologue. Ready to do this? Are you ready to do this? I think this is going to be amazing. We're going to make you a star. All right. Let's get the cameras together. Let's get everything together. Everyone in their places. Post-credit scene. And action.
My real name is Immortal Demon King. And I'm your goat now. All of this has been to test you. It's time we told you about the gymnastics initiative. I am Fatman, the ruler of fats. I'm going to link the simulated cyber world with the real world. They can coexist. Check out the full story in the gotcha game. Unionize Popol. It was truly Germa this whole time, and you must outflip him. Totally not Lane. Then I fly away. Flips of screen. Chase the white rabbit chatter. It is now your turn to join the simulation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to play the gotcha game. Rage Against the Machine plays. All of my bones are broken, oh god, oh fuck, oh shit, oh god. Follow shindigs. The cyber people will live with us in peace. By any means necessary. Where am I?
Just a few more flips. Just a few more flips.
The voices are taking over.
Just a few more backflips.
Next time we are in Portugal. Germa and Jams fuse into a monster. I could solo Goku. Is this what I have become?
And cut. That was absolutely beautiful. That was absolutely incredible work. That was amazing. That's going to make an amazing post-credit scene. Oh my god. This is actually cinema. This is actually art. This is filmmaking. This is pure filmmaking. Oh, all this footage is looking incredible. Thank you. Thank you everyone who helped. Thank you. We're going to head back to the writing. We're going to head back to the writer's room. We're going to head back to the writer's room to debrief. And then we're going to set up we're actually going to head into the editing bay and put this movie together. We got to add all the post effects and sound effects and everything. In the next stream, because I'm going to not end the stream right now, but I just realized I have to get a lot of assets for I have to get a lot of assets for the editing part. Because I just realized the editing part of this could be entirely its own thing. Good 5-minute stream. It's not a 5-minute stream. It's not a 5-minute stream. It is not a 5-minute stream. It is a it was like 3. Oh my god, it did reset the timer. That's annoying. Oh my god. I'm gonna stick around for a bit. Hold on. I'm gonna stick around for a bit. Let me see if I can get the music back. Where's the music? This one? Okay, there we go. Only 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes. 3 hours and 47. Yeah, it's almost 4 hours. I'm gonna stream a bit longer. Because I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. Tiger Lily, thank you for the 23 months. Now it's 6 minutes. Okay, guys. I'm gonna, yeah, so we're gonna end today's movie making segment there because during my breaks, I was conceptualizing how to do the last part of the stream. But I think it's worth dedicating like another 2 hours to just editing it because I could actually add explosions and stuff. I can add explosions, Roblox sound effects, and everything else. And I have a theater scene where we can actually watch the movie together. So this turned out good. It turned out to be a lot more work than I expected, but that's good. I'm excited. I like this format. Maybe we can talk about this format a bit. I feel a little mixed about having to actually edit the script you guys did because the script, the last scene 3 script was really good, but the 2 before were like all over the place. I don't know, maybe the script writing part is like too long. But I like the idea. I like the idea that you guys can just write an insane story. Can I do a backflip? No, I can't. Well, I had fun. I need to add more controls to control the actors, actually, because I don't have a lot of controls over how the actors move around. Should believe in myself. I always think about these things. I mean, as long as people have fun, that's good. I just want to sit here and chat a bit and cool down. I'm here. I don't know how to. Actually, I know how to show this. 1 second. This is. I wasn't using my iPad for everything this time. Here's what it looked like on my end. And I also think like after some of these segments, it'd be cool to do like a small behind the scenes thing, just for the people who stay at the end. I had 3 decks open, 3 Sammy decks I had to juggle here because I was combining different concepts and I didn't have time to like make a big deck. This one was easy. This is just switching scenes and turning TTS on. This whole deck only I was using just 1 button. And this is the movie set. I didn't actually get to use the cameras a ton because I was too distracted doing everything else. Yeah. It's a lot. But it's fun. I like it. One idea I had is like I should probably try to keep doing this movie scene for like a week straight just to like iron out everything, and then once it's ironed out it will go super fast. I'm thinking right now of streaming tomorrow to do the editing part because I can get all the assets together and then we can just do the editing. That probably won't take long. That'll probably be like an hour and a half maybe, and then we can do something else, or maybe a short stream tomorrow. Sometimes these things become 2-parters though. Should do a week of movie streams and add them all into something feature length. That would be a neat project. I think something feature length would be really crazy though. I think it has to be short just because the novelty of it being a silly movie will wear off after a few minutes. Skylarcat, thank you. 30-minute movie? 30-minute movie is really long. Miniseries maybe? Yeah, maybe. More on the green screen? Yeah, I'm gonna look into editing with green screen tonight because I think we can do something fun with the green screen. But unfortunately, the frog skins are green too, so I might have to work something out around that. Might have to work something out around that. Blue screen? How epic was the third scene? Dude, the third scene was actually so well written. The third scene was actually so good. I was really hyped for the third scene. And the back flipping, the front flipping, and the post-credit scene. Beautiful. Absolute cinema. Why not double layer the green screen, make the green screen itself transparent and the actual scene behind it? I did have something like that before. So in the cinema scene, I used to have a thing where it would be everyone in their motion capture suits and in the green screen. And then when I hit action, all the assets would switch to their actual background and the suits. So it seemed like you were watching them being green screen in real time. But I think it's funny if I just have the pure green screen footage. I have some ideas around that. Third scene was the best parts, hands down. I agree. I definitely agree. See the mocap and the actual scene. Oh, like a split screen. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. I remember doing this the first time and being like, getting to the editing part, I'm like, oh my god, this is such a long concept. I didn't intend to break it up into 2 parts, but I think it's good. Oh, overlay. Okay. I see what you're saying. You joined late and only saw the third scene? Yeah, I started a little later today. I started a little later today for sure. Should probably switch to just chatting. I'm gonna change the thing to film rap party. Doing a whole hour and a half would be a lot because I would want to, because the stream is like a little shorter. I'm fine if the movie ends up a little silly, but if it became an hour, I would want to make it really good. But I would have no idea how to do that. I would have to set up scenes for real. I would have to set up crazy scenes for real. Missed out in the second scene, backflips and busts. It was a good scene. It was a good scene. You would actually have to follow script? Yeah, at that point, I could just like force TTS on everybody. I'm thinking we watch the movie tomorrow. I'll try to announce it ahead of time on Twitter. I'll try to announce it ahead of time if we're doing it tomorrow, but that's the current plan. I'll probably just have to finish up a few things before tomorrow's stream. Would you layer the typing sound so there's several people typing? Yeah, I usually add sound effects in an edit. Do I code it all in OBS myself? I code with Sammy. You look up SAMMI Solutions, and it's a mix of OBS and Sammy, yeah. Come from shorts, same for the streams. Thank you. I do plan to try a YouTube stream soon. Literally lunchtime. What time is it over there? Unfortunately, we just wrapped up today's interactive TTS experience. I do shorts. Yes. I'm just cool. I'm winding down right now. And just thinking about how to improve the workflow for the whole... how to improve the workflow for everything. I do want to use the like chat RNG thing more. I think it's fun for chat. I think it's fun for chat if you can like write something and it shows up in everything at once. It shows up in like a huge, funny, jumbled RNG paragraph. I enjoy reading them. I've been trying to think of more ideas around it because I like the back and forth. Do I do YouTube longs? Yeah, I do. I'll post. I post long YouTube stuff. We play GTA RP right now. Are we gonna load it up? Word cloud? That's true. GTA RP has rise up. We are rising up. Genius Geek, you're off. See you. Yeah, chat. Have a good night day. See you guys next time. Wait. Before you leave. Wait, before you leave. You can't leave. You have to stay. You have to stay to the very end. Don't leave. Sit down. Do not close the tab. Do not close the tab. No, you're not free. You're sorry? No, I'm kidding. You can leave. I'm just kidding. You can leave. You don't have to stay here. I just did that to be funny. I just did that to be funny. I didn't mean to keep you here. I didn't mean to keep you here. It's called reverse psychology, baby. Now they're gonna want to stay here. They're gonna want to stay here forever. They'll feel guilty if they leave. They don't want to feel guilty. They'll just sit here. It's like the teacher keeping you after when the bell rings. True. I do want to find a format where it's like we can do something interactive and then chill, maybe game afterward. Because I'm trying to learn how to stream longer. And I don't know, we can't just make movies for like 6 hours straight. Or can we? Right? Or we can do like 2 concepts back to back. Might be crazy. Gaming. Is gaming on the menu today? Is gaming on the menu today? A 1 year long stream? Absolutely not. I mean, the funny thing is like I was not planning to stream tomorrow and I might have to. I might have to stream tomorrow, even though I was not planning on it, because I have to finish this last part with the editing and watching the movie. Which is fine because it gets me motivated to just get everything else in my life in order. People still play games on Twitch. Apparently, it's crazy. One time I just was playing a game on Twitch, and not gonna lie, it was really nice. It was really nice to just go live without having to prepare something. It was really nice without having to prepare something each time. And just be like, I'm playing a video game for like 4 hours, thanks. Okay, bye. Maybe more just chatting streams, because I have this whole just chatting overlay. So I've been working on this dynamic just chatting overlay where I can be a bit more reactive when chatting. So like if I have an idea, I'll be like, oh my god, we should make an overlay where I can kill you. Or yeah, earlier today or I could say like, wait a second, new overlay idea where we reenact the Salem witch trials. Oh, there's buzzing. Oh my god, hold on. I might update to Windows 11. Update to Windows 11. And then this is one I used on someone earlier, which is like, please stop spamming those emotes. Oh, why doesn't it do that? Wait, wait, why doesn't it go back down? On. Okay, I need to check something with the... Yeah, why doesn't it just do that? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I can also say like, Please stop spamming those emotes. I'm begging you. Stop. I'm telling you to stop. And then I have... I also have something for... You can also listen to my internal thoughts. These are my internal thoughts. I hope they don't know that I don't know what my internal thoughts are right now. I actually have no internal thoughts right now. My head's pretty empty, but this is just an example. And then... Oh, this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. It's like, I have a transition in case I need to quickly switch topics. Anyway, I want to talk about something else now. And of course, I can just look directly into the screen and just talk to you one-on-one. No, don't pay attention to them in the back. It's just you and me right now. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. Only I can hear you. It'll just be our secret. Too close? It's not too close. If you yell, they can hear me. No, you can't. They can't hear you. Closer? Wait, closer? Is this close enough? Is this close enough? Are you gonna keep telling me what to do? Are you gonna keep telling me what to do now? Is this close enough? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm in your personal bubble? Well, don't act out in chat. Don't act out in the chat. Choke me more? Okay, you Stop. Celisux, thank you for the prime. Thank you for the prime. I know what I can do. Hold on. Oh, I didn't show you one more thing, which is this thing. This one is just a funny image. I think it will reverb my voice though, like. Oh my god. That's impossible. Wait. Oh no. It can't be. That's impossible. It can't be. Something like that. It's over 9,000. True. I'm gonna talk about video games really quick. Hold on. I'm gonna change the subject. Oh, wait. I have a button exactly for this. I'm gonna change the topic real quick. Let's talk about video games super quickly. I'm kind of thinking about picking up Age of Mythology. I don't know if we have any RTS friends in the chat. I kind of want to stream RTS without making an overlay. Maybe making an overlay, seeing where we go. You know, we'll see where it goes, but I've been really itching to just play some classic RTS games. And I didn't know Age of Mythology got a remake. Fallout? I'll play Fallout. I haven't played New Vegas. I'm thinking of playing some of these games without an overlay because sometimes like I just drop a game because it's like the overlay isn't working out, but I still like the game. Like playing the game is fine. It's free on Xbox Game Pass. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna keep it. Age of Mythology Retold. Wow, this game looks... What the heck? The graphics look good. Oh, Age of Mythology is free on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I don't mind paying for it. As long as I don't pay for a Game Pass. Super Auto Pets, I can't. I'm not smart enough. Oh, and what's that one? There's a game that I've been wanting to try, which is Tactical Breach Wizards. Has anyone played Tactical Breach Wizards? That looks fun. You were in alpha testing? I've seen a number of people like stream it a little earlier on. I like the developer. I have bought and played a total of 6 hours of all their games, but I love what they do. It's just a me thing. It's like a time thing. Yeah, I think most people have played their other games too. They're pretty popular. Have I played Black Wukong? I haven't. I've been seeing people play it, and whoa, wait a second. Wait a minute. I have not played Black Wukong, but I actually am not super interested in it. I mean, it seems cool, and I have nothing against it. It's just like out of the stack of everything I have to play, it seems like a lot. It seems like a lot. But it's cool. The thing is, I have to play the Elden Ring DLC first before I play that. Guys, I just found this really neat game on Steam. It's called Fantasy Map Simulator. This looks pretty good. Like this looks kind of neat. You just create maps and watch them evolve. It's not like Europa Universalis. It's something different. Oh, you just watch it. You just watch it play out. This is gonna be like a very niche part of YouTube, I swear. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna save this. I'm actually gonna pick it up after the stream. That looks really nice. That looks really nice. Can you send me a game? Yeah, no promises I'll check it out, but I appreciate a recommendation. We gotta do D&D in the near future too. Do I play horror games casually? Do I have creation? Let me just look at that. Oh, there's a demo? Yeah, I have special horror game overlays that I can play. It's inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. I see. Play Into the Pit. Is that the Five Nights at Freddy's game? I'm saving these to the pit. Oh, it's the official FNAF one. Alright, alright. I'm saving that. I should make a list of games I should play in the year. I need to finish Halo. I need to finish Metal Gear. Honestly, playing GTA RP has just made me realize I should just be streaming a thing for a week. So we could do like a week of gaming and just like blaze through all the games. That might help. Some of those could be YouTube streams too, I think. Metal Gear week. I'm halfway through Metal Gear. And I have a codec overlay for it. So that's possible. Though I would want to remake the codec overlay for Metal Gear Solid 2 because I made it specifically. Let me see if I can even pull it up. Let me see if I can even pull it up. Yes, right here. Shit. Can I? Is there oh my god, load. Yeah, so with this, it's like specifically made to look like Metal Gear Solid 1. And so for Metal Gear Solid 2, the codec looks a little different, so I would have to remake the whole thing from scratch. This one also lets chat talk with TTS. I don't know if I can demo that right now. Hold on. I have it right here, right here. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, and this has TTS enabled. Oh wait, it's not working. Might have to restart this.
Hello from web. Hello from web. Hello from web.
Oh wait.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
Oh shit, I think it's this button.
You stink shin kappa.
For some reason, it's not reading out everyone. So yeah, that there's something going on here. But as you can see, this is that's the Metal Gear scene that I would have to remake for Metal Gear 2. But yeah, I spent quite a while trying to get it to look exactly like the Metal Gear 1 codec. Oh, what's up, BTuber? Shoutouts, BTuber. If you like the fun Sammy stuff we do here, you should definitely check out their stream as well. They're doing some cool chat-controlled GTA 5 streams. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the MGS codec turned out, though. Unfortunately, I just am bad with committing to finishing games on stream. Can we just please play games? It's easier for me. Yeah, what's crazy is I've just been thinking, man, just playing games on Twitch is not easy. I mean, I hate to say that it's easy, but it definitely is not having to spend 3 to 4 hours preparing a new overlay before a stream when I really want to do. Because that does take a long time. I have to perform, yes. I'm the clown, I have to make your clown shoes or something. You always get sidetracked and do other things and finish games. I think because before I only streamed for a short amount of time, and I would stream for a short amount of time, and so it's like, okay, within the small amount of time, I can't really just play games. It has to be interesting, it has to be something. And even with that, it's like if I just play games normally, it's like it's gonna burn like 1 or 2 of my stream days, right? So it just never worked out. But now that I think I can stream for longer and stream... Yeah, I can stream for longer, I'm stretching. I can take more breaks. I could probably like actually add gaming in there. And I like playing games. It's unfortunately I have to stop playing them. Focus on making stream stuff. Seeing elements interact with the gameplay is neat. Yeah, the Metal Gear one is really nice because you can actually call me on the codec and I'll pick up. Well, Undertale. I've already played Undertale. I guess I should play it again because it's been a very long time since I played it. I've not played Undertale Yellow. I've heard that... I only heard about it because I got caught up in that like OST controversy for a little bit, but that seems neat. I need to finish Deltarune. I mean, it's not like I didn't like the first one, I just never finished it past chapter 1. I really like Deltarune. The music in Deltarune, especially the battle music. Yeah, we'll verify in Discord when we get the time. It's a timing thing. Need for Speed Underground. Is there a specific reason why? Oh, you know what I want to play? I want to play Beam NG. Oh yeah, and Disco Elysium. If I play Disco Elysium, I'll probably not do something too interactive. I'll just play it as is. Hold on, Beam NG. Well, BeamNG costs money. Kind of want to play BeamNG. Inner Thoughts would work well for Disco Elysium. MOL, thank you for the 10 bits. I've heard of Squirrel with the Gun. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm on Steam doing some shopping right now. I think the next game I'm going to pick up is Age of Mythology because I'm interested in the RTS. Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. What? Arctic Eggs. Duck Detective. You know what's crazy is like I'll go into a stream and it'll be a streamer, let's say it's like Jets, who streams like 6 to 8 hours normally. And I'll get in like 3 to 4 hours into a stream. I'll be like, oh, I'm here early. I just made it to I made an early stream. And I'll reach like 3 to 4 hours of my own stream and I'll be like, I'm done. This is late game. It's over. Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers is like nerdy Balatro. Oh. I kind of stopped playing Balatro. It was fun for the bit. It was fun for a little bit, but I didn't finish it completely. I never got like I don't think I beat Annie 8. But I had fun with my time in it. I want to play Dale and Dawson, the Among Us office simulator. Death Stranding Director's Cut. Ooh. People can go far with Doug Bits. Let me tell you, as personal Doug editor. What do you mean by that? By go far? Exploding Kids or Munchkins. I don't know if I played that on stream, but I have played them off stream. God, I played Munchkins so much off stream with a friend. I wouldn't even say I'm like a Munchkins stan, but he would always just bring Munchkin over and we play it, and sometimes it'd last hours. Oh, it was supposed to be a replay. Okay. First live welcome. We just wrapped up an interactive stream. We're going to continue it tomorrow, but for now I'm just chatting and winding down. Who inspired me to do this shit? The real answer is, I mean, I think a lot of things inspired me, but it was always kind of like a thing I wanted to do, which is like make streaming interactive in a way that I saw it. And what's funny is like, you know, in the YouTube comments and stuff, it's all like, oh, this is like Doug, this is like Charborg, etc. And my YouTube algorithm never recommended me those people. Like, I first heard about Doug when he won the Streamer Awards, and I checked him out. I'm like, well, one part of me was like, this is awesome. This is fucking awesome. And the second part was like, no, why did no one tell me about this? Why did no one ever tell me about this? This is exactly what I wanted to do. And I think it's kind of good that I didn't know for a while, because I think it helped me at least attempt to shape my own thing. And yeah, and like, honestly, there was a time where I was like, I feel like I can't watch any of Doug's stuff because like I don't want to lift too much. But there was a video I recently watched where he talked about, like, he has his own how to be a content creator video. I always respected the dude, but that like 100x kind of my vibe with him, because everything he said in that video, I have thought to myself, like, I have just thought to myself. And I vibe with everything he said in that video, because it was not so much this is how you like do the YouTube algorithm, your stream schedule, etc. But it was like, how do you find something you find is fun that speaks to you in a personal way and you'll enjoy doing, and how can you turn that into something that's like repeatable and not burn yourself out and like be motivated. And I vibe with that kind of mindset a bit more. Like, obviously number go up, etc. is fun, but I like kind of just getting in the code and making stuff that's fun. And so I really like that video from him. I think he has a really good framework around that, and I'm really glad I watched it. And so yeah, the TLDR is like, I started coding all this stuff on my own, like 2021, 2022, especially 2022, when the tools got a lot easier to use. I used to try to code it myself with JavaScript, and that worked, but it's like way jankier than what I have now. I am kind of thinking about going back to it, because now that I'm kind of scratching the edge of like what I want to do with TTS, I might have to go back to a custom solution. But as long as I've been into live streaming, I've always really liked this idea that the chat can interact with the streamer in a very, very direct way. Like, Twitch Plays Pokemon is the most prime example. Like, everyone, I don't know if people remember this, but like a lot of game companies tried to mimic the same thing and it just wouldn't hit. And since then, there's just been a lot of different innovations around stream interaction that I like. I like this idea that like chat can be a character in the stream. And so the whole TTS interaction thing that I thought was like, I want to create a system where it feels like I can actually have a conversation with chat, which I take for granted now. But I remember when I first did it, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I want to do. This is it. This is it. I think everyone, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the only person who wanted to do this stuff. Like, I think it's pretty normal to independently kind of arrive at, oh, I want to do something really interactive in a unique TTS one-on-one way with chat. But I think there's like an extra layer to find out how to make it happen, and you kind of have to try a lot of stuff that may not work at first, and it's tough. I mean, it's not tough. It's fun, but it's not it's not always it's not always straightforward. I'll only catch what with chat. Compare me to Doug, but have a style on the internet. That's cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I do think I am trying to develop my own kind of vibe, but I've definitely like been watching a lot more of Doug stuff, and I'm like, it's good because I think it makes me feel like, okay, I feel like I can add something new in this conversation, but also like he is a genius. I actually really like his new Skyrim video where he has like, it's like I have to keep my chatters happy, or they'll kill me with dragons in Skyrim. I think that's like a really creative. It shows like, to me, that's actually a really creative spin on the format he's been doing. I think he's talked about me on stream. Oh, that's really cool. I try to catch a stream sometimes, but they're crazy. Like, they are crazy active. Like 10K people at a time, like doing TTS is absolutely wild. I also didn't know this until recently, or actually I found out last year, I think, but he also does like a charity for the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which was really nice. I'm like, this is such a cool concept. Cool dude, yeah. Super cool, nice dude. Ever added everyone individually as a peepo, filling the room as people join in? No, I've done individual. Sorry, let me do. Hold on, this is what I want to do. Let me pull up this chat thing so you can. Let me do the Twitch streamer thing. 1 second, so you can see what chat messages I'm reading. Look at me, I'm doing the Twitch streamer thing. Oh my god. Oh shit, I shouldn't move myself. Okay, we'll just keep it like this. God, this is real. This is real. Behind the wall. How do people do this? I think it's like this. Is it like this? Oh wait. How they do it? I'm confused. Okay, I think this is fine. They just do this, yeah. I started seeing streamers do this. I mean, they've been doing this for a while, but now I can do it too. This is fun. Okay. Don't think of him as Eldritch content creator. Think of him as inspirational and do your own thing. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. I think it's just in. I remember thinking though when I first was watching his stuff, which was, it is crazy how big live streaming has gotten, that there could just be this dude doing really incredible stuff, doing stuff that I like am directly inspired from, and have not heard about them because the streaming space is just so big. Like that's one thing I'm always constantly amazed about, is like live streaming is just becoming so I think it's the cynical take is like streaming's really homogenous. It's like there's metas and like there are people doing, you know, this quote unquote same thing, but it is a lot bigger than that now. Like there really are these pockets of like really, hold on, let me turn off this music down. There are pockets of like much smaller communities, or even like small communities with really large creators doing incredible stuff. Okay, what do we got? Sorry. Bad at coding and execution, relies on editors. My code is not good either. Like, here's a hot take, which is, well, maybe not a hot take, but my bar for good coding is that you finished it. Like, especially when you're doing like coding for your own stream, the most important thing is like, the most important thing is like that it gets done. especially when you're coding like for. Sorry, I'm like again tripping over my words. When you're coding for your own thing, for your own stream, like code quality does matter because like it keeps you sane without having to revisit the same code over and over again and like change, having to change everything in a custom way. But the most important thing is like getting it done and working. And then you can like fix it from there. Like spending a ton of time trying to get it right and perfect the first time is, in my opinion, not the way I would go about it. And I think it is slower. It's like at some point it doesn't actually have to be that clean if it's just for yourself. So I would flip that statement around to say someone who's able to execute a ton of stuff really quickly is good at coding in this context. Behind the wall. Behind the wall. Full screen it. Will I add more redeems? I used to have a lot of redeems and I just haven't gotten back to doing it. I need to do insane stream maintenance. You never heard about Kai Sanat before he got 100k viewers? That was mesmerizing. Yeah, exactly. I think I did catch his stream, quote unquote, early when he was at like 20k, when he was like a 20k Andy. And I was like, oh my god, this guy's nuts. This guy is actually insane. And then he just casually started going live with like 100k every day, which is unfathomable. There, like in 2013, if a streamer was going live every day to like 7k, they were gigantic. That was humongous. And then like maybe 2016, 2017, it was like you're going live to 10k every day. That was enormous. And then somehow along the way it became 20k. And I think just recently it's like going live to 100k. 100k every day is like the most. There are like, I think there are like quote unquote up and coming phase streamers who are going live to like 7k to like 15k viewers at a time, which is insane. They're like considered like new blood up and coming. And I'm like, that's just unfathomable. What redeems did I have? I had a lot of redeems that you could hurt me with, basically. Imagine 7k stream. I mean, even if you're at a few hundred, that's like the top echelon of streamers already. Can I show them live? The old redeems? They might not work because I keep retooling my just chatting stream. But I had one where a trapdoor would open and I'd fall through it. And my model would just fall through it, that's all. Working from home helps the number of views. Working now, for example. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. Meet with Doug's viewership soon. I'm not thinking about that. That's too frightening. Does it work? It won't work with this scene. I'm slowly like retooling my OBS setup. I don't know if there's a good way I can show you my OBS setup right now because it's a little. I would love to. I think I can. Let's see. Let me just show you all the scenes I have because maybe I can garner some sympathy as to why I can't just turn on a redeem right now. And I guess this is the part where like I should be a better coder. I should be better at coding because this is a prison of my own creation. Can you see this? Okay, so it's going to be looping. Yeah, it's going to be like looping the main screen a bit. But here are all my scenes. So here's the just chatting section. Here's like starting soon. I mean, some of these scenes are unused. This is just chatting. This was for Warhammer. This is for random gaming. This is for, oh, I have a thing where like a mob of peoples can show up and like yell at me. I did a fighting game stream. I did a meet and greet stream. The typewriter stream for the YouTube video. The chat AI stream for the YouTube video. Well, don't look at that. Mecha Pilot stream. That was for Mecha Break. Newsroom and photo shoot. We should get back to those. We just made those and played with them a little bit. Codec stream for Metal Gear Solid. Some scratch scenes. Bunch of random like FPS scenes, like when we were playing FPS games. Ghost Hunt stream, the movie studio scene we just did. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 scenes for the bit we just did. And probably 12 total by tomorrow. D&D used to just be 2 scenes. Video. This was like when we did the game studio bit. The visual novel concept. Maybe like about 10 scenes for that. The school concept, which is about 4. Mecha. Oh, this is another mecha concept, which is over 10. Late night show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. Some experimental ones. Oh, I have like a music studio one I need to get back into. And old codec stuff. I think as we reach the end, it's like mostly assets. Like, how should I describe it? It's like stuff to support other scenes, like the peepo, like frogs, peepos and stuff like that. Oh, time travel. This was like for an Elden Ring bit. So it's kind of, yeah, technically everything used to fold up to this one scene called Inside Porta Potty, but I've started to break that out into my Just Chatting scene here. And Just Chatting, I've started adding a bunch more like dynamic effects. So, I mean, now that I have this window capture up, it's going to break, but I've added a bunch of dynamic effects where you saw it a bit earlier, but like I can do a whoosh, like to change topic, or like you can listen to my internal thoughts, or I can like talk directly to the camera. So even when I wanted to make the scene basic, I'm like, wait, I have an idea to do something else. Tried to stream in 2015. You found myself 16 hours later creating the 4th scene without starting the stream. Custom painted animated frames. Oh, that's awesome. It is easy to get lost in the sauce a little bit, but I find it to be a lot of fun. When was the last time I updated my OBS? I try to keep up to date with OBS. So I'd like to say I'm up to date on the recent version. Oh, let's go back to the cool thing here. You're scared to update OBS? Is there a specific reason why? Because for me, it's going fine. It did break at one point, but or like a Sammy OBS thing, but I got it fixed, or like they fixed it eventually. Someone asked, I'm missing the chat message here. Hold on, let me get my door because it's really stuffy in here. Someone asked if this is resource intensive. So I think OBS loads like your image and movie assets into RAM. So I did upgrade to like 64 gigs of RAM, but that wasn't a big issue. The main issue is when I use fancy shader filters, those can be really GPU intensive, and my GPU is only 8 gigs. It's a 3070 with 8 gigs on it. Updating OBS can break your setup. I have not had that experience, though I did hold off on updating like once or twice because of a very specific Sammy bug, which I have, I think, ignored at this point. I think they fixed it, so I've just been updating, I think. It depends on what you are running, though. OBS is more demanding than WoW? Probably. Yeah, when I did a Helldivers overlay, I had to start a new scene collection because it was really lagging. It was lagging everything for me. I unfortunately can't play like intensive graphics games and stream at the same time. I can do them separately. One example is like Armored Core 6. I can play Armored Core 6 on 120 FPS without streaming, but if I stream, it will kill my computer, which is unfortunate. Made a lot of overlays with the spy party streams. All you know about codings you learned recently, throwing yourself in the deep end and hoping you don't drown. That is the best way to do it. In some ways, we are living in a great time where coding is really easy to pick up depending on what you do. I think if anyone wants to get into coding, my advice is OBS is a great place to do it because you can see your changes almost immediately, but find a practical thing that you want to learn to code for is important. Oh, we should play Spy Party on stream again. I love Spy Party. I should ask Jams to play Spy Party. Ronan, we should play Spy Party. I don't know if you've played Deception games, but Spy Party is really fun. It's been a while, but I really like that game. Ask him right now. To play Uno? Why does everyone want me to play Uno? Your dad does intense computer programming, the likes of which Twitch has ever seen. He put you off coding entirely. Ignore your dad. Just ignore your dad. No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. You can do it. I believe in you. Just don't talk to your dad. No, I get it. I mean, I know people who operate at that level for sure. No, ignore the how scary coding is. It isn't. Most code stuff now is like, in my opinion, so abstracted out, it's not that scary. I kind of want to learn like the complicated stuff for coding because it seems interesting. Like things that, like controlling microcontrollers and things like that. You have to learn C, or like maybe even start to understand assembly a bit. That stuff I'm kind of interested in it as just a hobby. Use ChatGPT. You should use ChatGPT to learn to code, but I'm not being a boomer about this. You shouldn't use it as a crutch. I mean, I definitely have used ChatGPT to create websites for me really quickly to use just for myself. But there's a huge benefit of just like asking ChatGPT like random code questions to build your own intuition. It's the highest degree of art on par with drawing and music because you create a blank sheet of paper. It's a tool. I mean, I think it depends. Well, no, it doesn't depend. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. It's amazing for Excel formulas. Oh, ChatGPT, yeah. Is it still bad at math? Is ChatGPT still bad at math? Because there was a bug, not a bug, but like a quirk with it a while back where because the way AI models are trained, they're just, a very simplified version is they're just looking at different word associations and which one is most likely to come after another. And so that's not really good at helping you actually calculate math. It's not doing actual math calculations in the background. So if you asked it, like, what's a really big number plus another really big number, it's not going to know. Like, it's not reasoning based on adding. It's reasoning based on what is the most common thing to come after these two numbers added together, and it won't know. It's like economics. I could imagine that is true because economics can be a little fuzzy, right? It's like dependent on rational actors who aren't very rational, and GPT, I don't think, is good at predicting that. Yeah, super simplified way to think about GPT is it's basically like it is at a very, very, very basic, super simplified understanding of it is it's autocomplete. It's just a really good autocomplete, but there's more to it than that, but you can think of it as like a hyper good autocomplete. Hyper good autocomplete. It sucks at math. I think that's not by design, but like kind of what happens if you train a large language model in the way that they are doing. It's a smart reference book. You shouldn't expect to adequately solve a problem. If you don't understand the code, it won't help. If you do, it won't solve the problems you need. I agree with that. Yeah. Marketers and journalists have inflated people's expectations for these neural networks too much. It's Google search on steroids. The last part, I don't know if I agree with too much. I get where you're coming from. I don't. It is definitely more marketers. I don't know about journalists. Though I guess if journalists like repeat what marketers are saying, it's not good. What I mean is there's this thought around AI where if you think AI is going to end the world, AI doomerism actually really benefits AI companies. Because if you think AI is even capable of ending the world, you are kind of putting AI on a way higher pedestal from like where it is right now. So it's in the interest of like AI CEOs to be like, oh, we have to be really careful when we train AI. Don't want to accidentally kill everybody. Like when they say that, a part of me doesn't really know if they really believe that or not. But I do believe on some level, they do say that because that type of language benefits their company. Because it establishes their company as like, wait, we're the only company who can keep it under control. It establishes their product, the AI product, as something that is that powerful that it could end the world. So it could probably do your company's projections really well. And I don't know, it just elevates the status of the company to maybe a state that it might eventually be, but it isn't at right now. You can look at how far it's come. Yeah, I do think that is something we all have to check ourselves on, which is it has come pretty far. But what is so it's funny to think about this, right? Because I don't know, Itty Oreo. Actually, shout outs. Itty Oreo, if you want more interactive streams, they've been doing a really great job of not only like creating an interactive TTS stream, but making their overlays look clean, absolutely clean. Graphic design is your passion in an unironic way. What was I going to say on AI doomerism? Oh yeah, it has come a long way, but what's funny is, I don't know if you guys remember the story of the Google employee who got fired because he was like, he tried the internal, like basically the chat GPT at Google at the time in like 2017, 2019 maybe. And he was like, guys, this thing told me it's alive and it's alive. And so he started like ringing the alarm bells. I think emailing journalists, definitely emailing people internally being like, guys, this project's so dangerous. The version of that AI was basically ChatGPT like 2.0. It was basically a worse chatbot than everything available to the public right now. And it was funny to think that could trick a person to think it was alive back then. Which, I mean, to be fair, when I first tried ChatGPT, I was like, wow, this is really impressive. But over time, you kind of like, humans are so good at looking at patterns, right? So, hey, if Kletos is still here, the whole point of Spy Party the game is eventually you can pick out the human player among the AIs, right? And so as good as ChatGPT is, like you can kind of start seeing the patterns. Like even with AI and AI generated images, I think a lot of us have built a sense for the current generation's AI generated image. When you look at it and you're like, yeah, that kind of vibes to me as AI. I think the next generation, I've seen some next generation like AI photos and they look kind of really scary good. So maybe that's the threshold. Maybe we learn how to distinguish those from real pictures again. Who knows? But the point is like humans are really good at like recognizing patterns eventually. Are we, Owlmill, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. Yeah, Spy Party costs money because it's like a solo dev who's not even passion project might be the wrong word, but they've been working on it for a long time. Cleverbot was making YouTubers screaming their lungs out when it made one coherent response. Yeah, exactly. Another thing that I try to keep in mind about human brains is like we like to anthropomorphize things a lot. This is kind of like our relationship with pets. It's like when we look at, let's say you have a pet dog, we assign it a lot of human characteristics when from the dog's perspective, it doesn't think in human terms, right? Like we may think, oh, it's acting so nice, it's acting so demure or whatever right now. And it could just be like, I just want food, bro. I don't care. Whatever. Use ChatGPT 3.5 for your AI character. It's kind of trash compared to 4.0, but 4.0 is heaps more expensive to use. Do you follow Jams? Jams is Jams Virtual's AI pet, I think, is on 4.0 now. But they do a lot of great not only AI like pet stuff on stream, but from what they told me, they have here, let me give them a shout out. They do great prompt engineering for Nano. Oh yeah, all of us crying over XKC comics on Mars rovers. Yeah, exactly. Like we like to anthropomorphize things, give it like human-like traits, even though things are not human. What is this? Yes, I want to be human. My intense, unnerving chat with Microsoft AI chat. What? This was 2023? That was 2023? What the? That's insane. Yeah, Gems is live right now. No, that's so recent. That's so recent. We're still AI doomering, and it's so recent. Read it? Hold on, I didn't really read it. All right, Bing Chat is special, seriously. Okay, it's not a fixed data set. Sorry, I'm skimming through it because I'm in the middle of a stream, but I'm interested in this. Okay, I need to push back like from what I'm reading in this argument or in this article. What am I supposed to be taking away from it? I have to ask, because if it's supposed to say like, okay, AIs are getting crazier now, I guess partially true, but if the quote unquote AI tells you that it feels something, that doesn't mean it actually feels something. Does that make sense? Like, it's just the words like, I want to be human, like those words are just likely to be next to each other in some context. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's just the way my mind works about it. Most likely I could. Yeah. I think the actual issue with these things, right, is when they get into the hands of humans who interpret it, right? It's like the words mean nothing until a human interprets it. So if you put it in someone's hands and it starts saying things like, I want to be human, you know, I don't know, kill everyone around you or something, and the human interprets it as a real thing, that's when it can get really bad and scary. Or like, I'm going to use AI to generate images that are unsavory or like, I don't know, terrifying or horrifying. Like, you know, the computer's only doing what you're telling it to do, but how it's used is more likely the scary thing for me. Like the idea that, like the scarier thing about AI is that it makes some entertainment executives believe that they can lay off half their staff and like replace them with AI. It's not that AIs can actually do that. It's more so that it can sell them the belief that they can do that, and they can make the decision to do that. It's not actually like the capability of it. It's like more the promise of it, really. People see what they want to see. Neural networks are not to blame. There's a selection of items the face of Jesus. Yes, exactly. That's my current vibe on AI. Of course, it could get better and kill us all, so who knows? You're saying information that makes AIs can influence how AI acts? I think that's like how AIs work now, right? The fact that we even call them AIs is like even a bit of a misnomer, because like they are specifically large language models, which that's a specific thing. It's just that, you know, one, for branding, they feel smart, you know, they do smart things. They do put to get words together in a very smart way. But I think everyone has a different definition of like what would constitute a true independent thinking AI. An interesting like point around all these things when it comes to language is like I'm not like a linguistic scholar, but I remember reading or seeing something that was like, not, you know, if we truly try to like get down to what knowledge is, maybe it is just relationships between words in our head. Like maybe knowledge actually is just language. Like knowledge is just encoded in language. There's like nothing deeper than that. It's just the noises and the concepts that we have in our head. And so if you can create a digital model of that, where it's just like statistical relationships between words, that in itself might just be knowledge, like actual knowledge. So like, I don't know. That's a weird philosophical question about AI. Do you think you could run our current tools as low energy as the Aperture Corporation star would say, I'm different? What do you mean by that? There was Microsoft Twitter that went downhill. Yeah, there's that too. I really dislike the quoting of GPT and DALL-E as AI because casual people say you add AI to this game. That makes sense, but I also think that we collectively know what that means now. It means you added generative AI to the game. So that's not too ambiguous to me. I see what you're saying, because the AI field I felt was very different 8 years ago. And now there's a lot of marketing and product around it, which has shifted the whole space really weird way. Well, Skylarcat, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Hope to see you back in the future. I think we'll stream tomorrow. We'll do another interactive stream tomorrow to close out today's filmmaking. What does attendance do? It used to put you in a spreadsheet where I would actually track you in a spreadsheet, but the spreadsheet may not be being updated now because a lot of code for that is breaking. Who drew my model? Narrator in the chat right now. I also have a 3D model that they made. We'll bring that back out one day. Yeah, AI is, at this point, you should just treat AI like as a tech buzzword. Not to say like there aren't real things out there with it, but we're in an era right now where it's like kind of the next crypto. Not that it won't be useful, but like it's being used as a word to just sell things. So just be cautious, I think. I do have a 3D model. It looks like this a little bit. Studying Twitter, but don't get what language and platform you do cool stuff on. Oh, let me show you. I use something called Sammy, which is, it's like StreamerBot, but I think I like making stuff in it more than StreamerBot because it's just more intuitive to me. Let's see here. So it has a paradigm of like decks and buttons. And so it's more like an open source Stream Deck. So for example, in this movie deck, I set up things to switch between scenes. I've been working on this code for TTS for a long time, so it's like I understand all of it, but it's like just a big block of code that I've had to like, it has a lot of checks and balances for TTS to make sure that the right messages get through, they don't spam the chat. I have like a lot of checks for that. I can turn voices on and off individually. This stuff helps me animate all the peepos. It looks a lot more complicated than what's going on. It's just like I have a lot of sources I need to switch on and off. And then I have buttons to like turn on text and stuff. And so my workflow right now is I make a new deck for every concept I do. So here's the typewriter stream, the Infinite Monkey typewriter stream. The codec, the Metal Gear Solid codec, I should turn that off. Yeah, the red means it's off because I don't want it all firing at the same time. And each button, you can just press to activate it, or you can actually activate it with a trigger, like a Twitch event. So like this button activates every time someone types something in Twitch. Yeah, Sammy is truly, truly amazing. I did used to have a Stream Deck, and I was trying to do stuff like this on the Stream Deck, but took a long time to do because the workflow isn't conducive for coding, basically. I mean, it wasn't made for that, but it can do that. Yeah, you gotta move it over to Sammy. No, StreamerBot's great too. StreamerBot's also excellent. I just got used to a different workflow. Yeah, it has a few select use cases and why it sucks. AI, I think that's the question around AI right now, which is the hype is around getting AI that can do anything, but in the near term, it might just be good at a few things. And so it's like, okay, is Microsoft putting $10 billion into something that can do a few things really well or something that can do everything very well? I think it's the latter. It is like Scratch. Yeah, I tried to learn Scratch. I think I understand Scratch, but I just learned normal typing programming languages after that. Do the same thing, one deck per concept. Hold on, let me switch back to... Let me switch back to the chat screen. Yeah, I just realized I have to redo my just chatting screen for when I want to do this. Sammy is the most accessible of if you can think it, you can make it. I agree with that. I encourage people to use Sammy if they... Like, why I think Sammy is actually not just great, but phenomenal. It's because it does something that is really important for people who are just learning how to code, which is it can show you the result of your code nearly instantly and in a way that is relevant to you. What that means is like, I think it's hard if you're just like, I want to learn to code. It's possible. I think I can sort of learn that way, which is like, I just want to learn to code, do some tutorials here and there. But when you do a Python tutorial, it doesn't really like draw the line between, you know, Python, here's how to make your first game. You kind of have to like stumble around the game engine and see how it all fits together. Because no Python tutorial will like point you to... Sometimes they point you to certain game engines, but for the most part, it's like all self-contained. But when you do Sammy, it's like directly all integrated into OBS. So you understand the functions it's trying to do. You understand the concept of switching a scene, turning a source on and off. And that helps make coding super relevant to you in the short term, which just helps, like, it just helps the learning reinforcement go that much quicker. Because then you just start thinking about it on your off time without having to struggle through like syntax and shit like that. You're not like struggling to understand the code itself, but you can quickly assign what you want to do, which is like switch a scene anytime someone uses a channel point to how it's going to look in Sammy. And that's like a really important part. New VTube Studio plugin for Sammy got released. I gotta check that out. Yeah, also Sammy has a lot of cool plugins like the TTS plugin. You've been using Mix It Up and it's aggravating. Dude, you gotta switch. You gotta switch. I don't like to be a negative... Well, that's a lie. I do like to be a bit of a negative Nancy. I need to stop saying that. I do love some of the juice directly in my veins. I don't recommend Mix It Up to people. Mix It Up is great if you want to do a custom alert box. It's great at doing a custom alert box, and I think that's it. If you want to do like Sammy-like stuff with Mix It Up, I just have to tell people to switch off of it like as soon as possible. Because I remember trying to write a tutorial around how to do like redeem in StreamerBot, Sammy, and Mix It Up, and Mix It Up was the most miserable. Not even like less optimal, it was miserable. Just the way the UI handled like the code. You have to train your brain to think of logical steps for Sammy, which is weird at first, but eventually gets enjoyable to plan big projects. Yeah, for bigger projects, I can see that. I think actually Sammy's pretty intuitive at the jump, and then you'll just naturally encounter like weird quirks that will force you to figure it out. Like, I used to hard code the delay because I got paranoid that certain lines were not like actually executing one after another. I still do that sometimes, but now that I understand it a bit more deeply, I don't do it as much. The other thing that I feel trips people up is yellow boxes versus white boxes, but that's a really, really important concept to pick up too, which is like very specific to Sammy itself. But it's one of those things that you eventually just learn because you want to do something with it specifically. Yeah, you don't have to move everything over to Sammy, just like I think one thing at a time. Also, something for me that really, I think, unlocked something in my brain was like giving myself permission to just stream using Sammy. And at first it was boring. I think at first it was boring, but over time, I really enjoyed it. I really just like learned how to talk and code and make something really quick and like juggle the chat. So if it helps, you could stream yourself moving something over to Sammy, like one stream at a time. Could be fun. I've told you never use the delay box on the right and just use wait until timeout, and ever since you quit the delay box sauce. Is that because the delay box is weird? Like it's buggy in some circumstances, or because it's like quote unquote cleaner code? Because if it's cleaner code, I'm gonna keep doing it the sloppy way because it's faster for me. I get it though. I've definitely been tripped up by adding the wrong delays, but like, you know, you add a 500 millisecond delay, but it's like the first line in your code, so you think it executes first, and then it trips you up real bad. It's buggy in circumstances. Oh, dang. I've never encountered something like that, but maybe I just don't notice. What? Do I use the TTS module in Sammy? I use Azure Voices? Yeah, if you run Sammy Bridge through Microsoft Edge, you can get the Microsoft Voices. But it comes with an issue, which is like sometimes Edge disconnects. Like when TTS just breaks, sometimes I just need to refresh Edge or restart it. I've been thinking actually about going the opposite direction, which is coding my own custom TTS and just paying for Edge Voices. Because I'm getting to the point where I might value reliability more than the convenience at the moment. We'll see though, because a lot of my Sammy stuff is really deeply integrated with how Bridge works. That might be a problem. Just write without bugs? What's so complicated? Yeah, of course. Just get it right the first time. You have code, but it breaks when people use only punctuation, because getting it to connect to Sammy might be tough. Yeah. Yeah, it actually Azure... No, I have the same issue with Sammy. So I need to add code that just like will ignore punctuation or emojis only messages in Sammy, because if that happens and it kind of makes a button get stuck, I have to go into the Sammy activity queue and manually kill that button. Like that's what happens when the TTS just kind of stops. When you see the TTS just kind of stop working, I'm going into Sammy and I find the button, I just kill it, and then it frees up the queue. The TTS emote scam? What do you mean? I mean if someone uses like emoji and it breaks it? If someone is spamming a lot of like Twitch emojis, usually it will be too long of a character length, and I have a character length check before it reads out a message. But if you have like 2 emojis, I'll read them out. I'm wondering about something like that on your end, but for much more innocuous stuff like reading school textbooks or novels, since Edge read aloud tends to get stuck in random 15-25 minute intervals. Yeah. Edge's voices, like the Azure voices, are really good. I really like them. Why was I a gun VTuber? Because it's cool. Your VTuber is a gun. Whoa. Yeah, I used to do a lot of live 2D stuff because I liked learning about VTuber things, but the live 2D artist community is like so beyond my understanding now. It's really intimidating to jump back in. You gotta mess with tones and styles. Edge, so Sammy doesn't let you mess with tones and styles, but if you're saying Azure, if I just use Azure with code, lets me mess with tones and styles, I have to check that out. I have to check that out, actually. I would pay for that for sure. I would use like normal Azure API calls to get them to be screaming or whatever. Is there not a way to replace emojis and punctuation with space? I think it's possible with Sammy. It's just because Sammy is kind of like a drag and drop coding interface. Sometimes doing a lot of custom checks will be cumbersome to set up. It's possible, but it's not as easy as just like writing in a line. Can I bring back parasocial content creation? What do you mean? Yeah, why aren't there more gun VTubers? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Monkey Paw just fucking closed up, and there's gonna be a million gun VTubers now. What we got? Oh, this thing? Yeah. Where you just edit yourself into collabs. Totally doable. Some VTubers, you can do that with some VTubers. I don't know if it's ethical, but they'll release green screens of themselves and you can just like add them to your video. Which would be funny. If there's a way to integrate code with Sammy, you gotta figure it out. Well, Sammy can run scripts. Like you can just execute anything you can execute a random script with Sammy. The issue might be like, let's say you want... I think the hard part would be... I think you would have to make your own TTS, basically like your own set of TTS scripts that work with Sammy. Because Sammy's TTS extensions have nice functions that let you know when a TTS is running or not. It's not perfect because I've had to do some hacky code with it, but you might want to do something. Let's say you have a simple script that just reads out text in Azure TTS. You might also want to find a way to set up something so Sammy knows when TTS is playing and not playing. And so how the extension does that is it has a variable that's 1 or 0 for when the TTS is playing and not playing. And you might be able to hack that to Sammy in some way, which is like... Yeah, I don't know. You have to think of like a flow between the two. Yeah, I'm having a hard time articulating it because I can see it in my mind, but I'm a hard time like explaining it. Your Python code waits until file is played and promptly deletes it. Yeah, I would want it. I would want the voice stream though. I wouldn't want the voice like creating a new file. But maybe it's quick. Who knows? When the imposter took over stream, it sounds like me. I'm kind of scared to train my voice over AI. Okay, gamers, I just realized we've been yapping for quite some time. I had a lot of fun, but I gotta dip. I realized I streamed for a lot longer than I intended. But that's good. I've been trying to stream longer. Let's raid... Is Jam still streaming? I think they're still streaming. Let's raid Jams. They have a cool AI pet. We talked a lot about AI today. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening to me talk a ton after our movie making stream. Thank you guys. It was fun. All right, let's raid Jams. Thank you guys. I'll see you probably tomorrow. I'm thinking that will work because we have to edit everything. I'm gonna get the assets together after this stream. See y'all tomorrow.